To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Welcome to Scaredy Cast, where we get scared so you don't have to. I'm Jeremy.
Madison.
All right, sports fans, we are back. Things have not really escalated in the story, but things have kind of just stayed scary.
My heart is escalated.
No, it's scary, don't get me wrong, but like story-wise, like not a whole lot's changed.
They moved houses.
That's the big change.
They brought in like 3 extra people.
Yeah. Well, no, the best part, like,
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
This is when we get the really cool ghost stuff. Like, we get these really cool, scary ghost scenes that Madison adored, which was hilarious. Let's see, there were 4 that I could think of. Let's go through the 4.
Oh, God.
Let's go through the 4 major scary scenes. The first one is with Mr. Whiteface again. Husband and wife got in a fight, so husband's sleeping on the couch downstairs. Mom's upstairs, lying in bed. She wakes up in the middle of the night, sees a man pacing upstairs outside her window. Pacing back.
That was terrifying.
I know.
See, I forget
He's out the
everything
window
immediately.
pacing back and forth, and forth. She's staring at him, doesn't know what it is. He paces back. He passes the wall, and when he turns around, he's in the house, pacing back and back in the house, and he attacks her.
And
she
it was
screams.
seamless.
And then Patrick Wilson goes upstairs. She's like, "You gotta believe me, it was a ghost." But he's like, "Okay, we're gonna move houses. So, going against most horror movie conventions, they do move homes, which rarely happens in a horror movie.
They downsized.
They do downsize. They actually moved into a home that could be livable with a public school teacher and a aspiring songwriter who are middle-aged. I'm sorry. I don't dislike her being a songwriter, but it's just such a weird thing for her to do. They just need something to have her be home. You know what I mean?
It just seems kind of arbitrary and thrown in there.
It's just a reason for her to still be a stay-at-home mom who isn't just a stay-at-home mom, I think.
But they don't follow through with it enough for it to be a legitimate reason.
To be fair, we haven't finished the movie, so we don't know if there's some tie-in.
I don't think she's going to be writing any more songs.
I don't think there is. My child got possessed by a demon with a red face and claws.
No, not unless she's singing Amazing Grace or something. She needs to be singing hymns.
Yeah, really. She just started just singing Old Rugged Cross at the top of her lungs. But okay, so then they move houses, and then we get the really cool ghost stuff. The first one is the best scene in this movie, which is
terrifying.
She puts on a record, and it's just like a normal song record. She's at home alone. She's walking around the house, cleaning up shit. She takes the trash out, and as she's walking outside with the trash, the record skips. It skips again. And then instead of the song that was playing before, it starts playing Tiptoe Through the Tulips, la 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 la. Literally the creepiest song ever written.
Yeah. That's not the one that scared me the most.
That's not the one that scared you the most?
No.
See, that was more than a jump scare. That's why that one bothers me internally. Because that's just such a weird thing.
I think the ghost that appeared after that was...
The child?
Adorable enough that...
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
true.
was just like, oh, look.
Because she turns around and she looks in the house and there's this little, like, it looks like a little newsy kid just kind of doing a little jig by the thing.
It reminds me of American Horror Story. That one little bit.
What little bit? But what? Oh, just in tone?
Yeah, just that character.
Kinda, yeah, I see that.
And the creepy happy.
I see. Okay, I see that. Because that is the only creepy, weirdly happy thing that happens. Because the kid's never really... he's just more mischievous than anything else. Yeah. All right, so then the next one is, Mr. Okay.
The Dream.
The Dream. The Dream is amazing.
Oh, my God.
The Dream is amazing. Okay.
No, it's awful.
So do you want to tell the Dream?
No.
Okay, I'll tell the Dream. The Dream...
I don't remember everything.
Okay, so Patrick Wilson's mom starts coming and helping with the move. And the wife tells the mom about what happened, and the mom is like, "Oh, Patrick Wilson, this has happened before. I've seen this before, and I had a dream last night about your child." So they're sitting at the dining room table. She starts telling this.
Thanks for telling me now, Mom.
Yeah, no shit. She starts telling the story about her dream. She's walking in Patrick Wilson and the mom's house, and she looks in and sees that they are actually asleep. She walks out. She goes into Dalton's room, and she goes into Dalton's room. This is all like just a long monologue with showing shots of the house in this little dream world. So she walks in, and she looks in the room. She says, there was another person there. And he was in there, and there was a person I didn't know who he was, and then we're just cutting back from Patrick Wilson to the mom, to the wife, to the dream, and and we look in Dalton's bedroom, and there's this guy just chilling in the corner, just hunched over, just chilling over there, tall, like skinny kind of guy. And then
long fingers.
Long fingers. And then she asks in the dream, "What do you want?" And the long fingers point
terrifying.
to Dalton. And then we look back to Patrick Wilson and the mom.
And it's Satan behind her.
we go to a jump scare on Patrick Wilson. Behind him is like if Darth Maul and Satan had a baby and gave it Freddy Krueger's fingers. That's what is chilling behind him. Just going, ah! It's the best jump scare in the movie. And there's a lot of good jump scares in this movie. That's the best one, hands down.
I want to see a movie with all the scary movie characters together, like as a community.
Like what they
like
do
Monsters Inc., but like not a kids movie.
That would be amazing.
Right?
Like Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers.
Like buddies,
and
drinking buddies.
The
and
alien.
They got their own cliques.
There's actually a funny thing online, totally off topic, where have you ever watched the How This Should Have Ended videos?
I feel like I've seen one
They're
of those
really fun.
before.
They're just like basically any major movie, how it should have ended.
Yeah, I think I saw the Twilight one for that.
They're
Someone
hilarious.
said that
They're
to
the
me.
greatest. They're one of the greatest things ever. And one of the things that they do is they do two things. One of them is they have a superhero cafe where Batman and Superman sit and have coffee every day and just have funny conversations. And it's actually really hilarious. But they also have a villains pub where all the villains go.
See, like that, but a whole movie.
I know, that'd be amazing. If we could it's like a Roger Rabbit style, but with only villains. It's like Freddy versus Jason, but Freddy and Jason versus everybody.
Like a terrifying and funny, non-animated Monsters Inc. with
I would
real
take
scary
animated.
movies.
I would take an animated version. That'd be fun.
No.
Fine, be like.
We need like whatever it was in the movie it was in. That's what it would be.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I like it. I like where your head's at. Let's get on that. We need to write that script.
Copyright.
Copyright. Jeremy and Madison. Done.
Except everything else was copyrighted.
Copyright.
Too, so.
Copyright other people's copywritten material by Scaredy Cast Productions. Anyway, all right. Last jump scare. Okay, basically they call in a ghost hunter team that go in and start doing like EMF readings and look for electromagnetic interference and all that kind of crap. Well, this guy who's got this little, what do you call those things? It's like a little eye clicker thing. It's
They used to have them like when we were kids, and you could like.
It's like a circle. It's like a plastic circle. You put in a thing.
Like a little.
You put your eye to it and you click it. It's shit. I don't know.
Didn't they call them the little TV rotator things?
I guess but it has like individual slides of
you
like
click
things
the button
from a movie
and
or something.
It's like a little wheel.
But
with
this guy's modified it so he can see other frequencies of light through it, which is kind of a cool idea actually, just for a movie. So he's chilling. He's looking around. He goes in Dalton's room by himself. Nothing in there. But then his little EMF thing starts ticking when he gets outside the room. Tick, 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 tick. He's all right.
Oh,
Brings
God.
up his little magic glasses. Clicks one time. Nothing. Clicks another time. Nothing. Clicks a third time. Two. It's like the Shining Twins grew up and are chilling in this house, stand there for a half a beat, and then creepy smile really quick. And then jump scare. And then he's like, get the psychic.
We can call Elise.
I hate creepy smiles. Creepy smiles are literally the scariest thing in the world.
They really are.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like, nothing. Gore doesn't scare me. Demons don't scare me. Nothing else scares me. Creepy smiles are the worst thing in the world. Mm-hmm. Like, Jack Nicholson's Joker scared me till I was 10, okay? Like, this is not okay. The Snow White Witch, like, the smile, like, the that scared me till I was, like, 13. It's not okay. And this movie traumatized me as an adult. So, you get the point. So, anyway, the story is now the psychics have come in. Patrick Wilson's kind of kicked them out because he's like, bullshit.
Oh, no, but we missed the whole part about the demon wanting inside of Dalton, and he's getting close to doing it.
We forgot the story aspect of it. Yeah, basically what happened was Dalton is gifted in that he can astral project. He can get out of his body and go to these other like astral dimensional realms and crap like that.
I wish I could do that.
That'd be awesome, right? Well,
and then come back.
Not so much. We're gonna see what he sees in that dimension in a little bit, and it's not pretty.
Are we?
Yeah. We're going into the further, which is what the psychic lady calls
How much
like
longer
magic
is
place.
this movie? Jeez.
Another 40 minutes. Which we're gonna break our rule, by the way, just because you don't need to hear us do 2 more on 40 minutes. We'll just run a little long. Anyway, so this demon guy wants to possess Dalton, but he can't do it yet because Dalton still has a little strength left. But the longer Dalton stays kind of out of it in this little further thing where he's aware but he's not in his body, the closer he gets to possessing him. So what they need to do is try to stop the guy from possessing him, or get Dalton back so the guy won't possess him, basically. And all the hauntings are because the ghosts know that there's a vessel that can be possessed, and they get excited by that.
And he kicked him out, and now he's talking to his son.
Way to be quick on that. I laid that one up for the alley-oop, and it was just like you just let it bounce once, bounce again, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to lay this one up.
Well, there was like a minute to talk about, and I'm chomping at the bits to see what happens.
I know, I'm very excited. The next 40 minutes of this movie don't stop being batshit crazy. Like, that's why I don't want to stop in the middle, because the next 40 minutes are pretty much balls to the wall insanity
Also,
and scariness.
I just said chomping at the bits. Yikes.
You just, why? What's wrong with saying chomping at the bits?
That's such a weird thing to say, I feel like.
Why?
I don't know.
It's not that bad.
Maybe I'm just disassociating, all right.
Yeah. You're trying to astral project so you don't have to watch the rest of this movie.
Yeah.
So, okay, but like this movie is scarier than Babadook, right? Like this is the scariest movie we watched.
Babadook was just a cool movie.
Yeah, Babadook was just, not that this movie is not insanely well made, but this movie is trying to scare you. Babadook was actually had like a message and was trying to creep you the frick out.
Yeah.
There's a difference. This is a lot of jump scares in this movie. They're very well made
And the
jump scares.
Babadook was a lot artsier.
The Babadook was all about atmosphere and suspense. This movie's about the gut-wrenching moment that you've hit me. You hit me on a jump scare. That is not okay. You hit me in the arm. That hurt.
Sorry.
I think it was on the guy walking one. Was it the guy walking one? Or was it... Yeah, it was the guy walking one because I warned you about the other one.
I blacked out. I don't remember. That's why I hit you.
She was just drooling for a bit. She went away to her happy place. It's okay.
A demon possessed me.
All right, guys. We're going to watch the last 40 minutes of this movie, and we'll see how it turns out. Are you recording?
No. Yes, but no.
We're back. Madison has a problem with the ending of this movie.
I'm pissed off at you.
Madison, first off, you really thought I was going to tell you the truth, and that's adorable, but no. Number two, it is a horror movie that has 2 sequels to it.
Okay, yeah, but it could be like an anthology kind of thing where it's a different family, different house, same kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't.
That's terrifying, and I cannot imagine being in a movie theater watching this movie in 2011.
And seeing that happen?
And seeing that.
I know, right? It's great.
Although I would like to just like put a little tape recorder in there to hear all the screams.
I love watching other people watch horror movies. That's why this has been fun for me, because I knew where 92% of the jump scares were going to be, and it was hilarious.
Golly.
Okay, so
the ending was terrifying.
It was a pretty good ending. Let's start off where we were at.
Wait, I have so many questions.
What? Okay, please hit me with them. Let's go.
Okay.
Roken, rapid
Since
fire.
he is possessed, can he get unpossessed?
Well, that's what the second movie is about.
Because if their lifeline is so weak that they can get in there, is there anything left?
I really don't know, because I do know the second movie is about him being possessed.
Oh, Jesus.
The third movie, the psychic lady's in, but the third movie is a prequel. The third movie is before any of this happens.
Well, that's cool, but not cool. Does everything get wrapped up in the second one?
I haven't seen it, Madison. I don't know.
I really want to see the rest of it, but I don't even want to drive home right now.
Mr. Face Hoof Demon is going to be chilling in your back seat.
No, don't talk like that.
No, it's going to be Whiteface. Whiteface is going to lick you on your neck.
Ah.
All right. So we started back up, and Patrick Wilson figured out, okay, this is for realsies. Because his mother showed him the family album of pictures that he never saw. Because this whole subplot of the movie is that he can't get the pictures taken of him just because he doesn't like it. But in reality, it's because when he was a child, his mother took pictures of him, and behind him was this old, creepy-ass woman in like a black, like funeral gown that would just creep behind him. getting closer and closer and closer until she's like, okay, done with this. She calls Miss Psychic Lady. They get rid of it, and then they make the guy forget. So basically, he was able to do this, so his kid was able to do this. It's kind of a father-son thing. So they have a bonding moment at the end of the movie, and it's adorable.
And then his dad goes, like, bat crazy.
Well, his dad goes into the further. They send Patrick Wilson into the further to go get the kid, and when they go in there, it's like super foggy and dark, and there's a house, and he goes into the house, and there's all these people inside. Now, I promised you guys a story of me getting terrified by this film. Here is that story. In this scene, there are a number of like 1950s looking people just rocking like flowery dresses and like shirts and like nice pants, and like there's a guy reading a newspaper like he's like in an Andy Griffith show, and he's whistling very creepily. And basically, I can't even really describe what happens. Like they just like somebody gets shot with a shotgun, then they all like smile like really like rictus jokery, and then Patrick Wilson walks one way, turns around, and the whole dead family is there. They stand still for a moment, and like a beat hits on the piano, and they just smile really quick. Now here's the thing. That's scary. That should not be nightmare-inducing scary. It really shouldn't. That's not normal. What happened was, this was back in like 2011. I was at home. I was watching TV, and I was watching the what channel does the Scream Awards? Is that Spike or is that MTV? Some channel does a thing called the Scream Awards, which is kind of... I
didn't even know about that.
It's kind of like a pop culture-y thing. It's just another excuse to have an award show. But I was watching as they had this big like Harry Potter thing because it was like the last movie and blah, blah, blah. So I'm watching it, and one of the categories was like horror movies. So they pop up like all the horror movie nominees. And I wasn't really into horror movies at this point. And I was watching these, and they saw Insidious. And I was like, oh, okay, what's this? They show, they're like, you know how they do on award shows. They show rapid clips of things. Like basically a really, really short trailer. Well, they did, but one of the images was of the family just chill. It was either the family or just the woman chilling there with a big rictus grin, just smiling sweetly and dead. I didn't even think about it when I saw it. I said, that's fucked up, and I just moved on with my life. However, that night when I went to bed, I couldn't sleep. I was lying there in bed in the pitch black, in the quiet, with my eyes shut, and for some reason, this little insect of an idea got in my head that somewhere in my room, there were people grinning and just staring at me.
Oh, God.
Right? And it's one of those, you know those thoughts you get at 2 a.m, everybody's dead asleep, the world is asleep, you're the only one awake, and those thoughts are the only thing that seem real, and you believe it wholeheartedly. I believed in my heart and in my soul that if I opened my eyes, I would see those people standing in the corner grinning at me, and I would lose my mind, and I wouldn't even die. I would just go insane. Like, I seriously believed this.
It sounds like me when I was little after It.
That's what It did it to you? Oh, yeah. It was bad.
I was convinced he was around the corner, like, in between my bathroom.
Don't you hate that? Like, I did that a lot as a child, because, like, this is embarrassing to say, but I was so scared of sleeping by myself that I slept in my parents' room until I was like 9.
My house was haunted, so
maybe
I didn't
10.
sleep in my room.
Your house was haunted?
For real, it was on an Indian burial ground. It was a big white house.
No way, and you're just telling me this now?
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever see anything?
No, I was really little when we lived there.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
But my aunt has lots of stories.
That's awesome. That is so cool. But yeah, so I'm a scaredy cat, like straight up, like I always have been. No pun intended with the show.
They put a bed in my parents' room so that I could sleep down there with them.
See, I slept on the floor for a while, and then I slept on a couch. And my sister, honestly, there was about a good 2-3 year stretch where my whole family slept in the same room.
And the window in my room overlooked an empty field.
Really?
Which is really scary.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, I'm glad I'm feel a little better about myself.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Sleep
but no, those creepy smiles are the worst. I don't know what it is. Like it is the same way. It's a creepy smile. It's a smile that is too big for the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too big and it's too wide, and you know whatever's going on up here is psychotic and demented, and it's the most messed up thing you've ever thought of in your life. That's what creepy smiles are. They're the worst. Any movie that is, oh my God, remind me. Before you leave, I'm showing you a short film that is, I forget what it's called, The Dancing Man, The Purple Man. It's like a 2-minute short film. It is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. Watch it at home. Just Google it. It's like one of the scariest short films I've ever seen. Anyway, back to the movie. So, where are we at the movie? So,
where did you leave off?
I left off scary Smiley. So, so Patrick Wilson finds the kid. Mr. Redface is chilling up in his little loft.
Weird.
He's more of like a studio apartment, really. Yeah. All these little toys and little puppets and stuff playing Tiptoe Through the Tulips while he's sharpening his claws, which is normal.
It's like a circus version of Christian Grey's Red Room of Pain.
Yeah, Madison said it was like Christian Grey's like little sex dungeon. I was like, I would rather be...
They called it the Red Room of Pain.
Is that what it's called in the book?
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
It is dumb. We need to watch that.
And that's why when I saw that, I was like, Jesus.
It's called the Red Room of Pain?
Yeah.
And people liked it? We need to watch that movie as a horror movie.
No, I saw it. It was awful.
Did you really? I may watch it one day just for the hell. If it ever is on Netflix, I'll watch it. Because I don't feel like paying for that piece of shit. But anyway, so...
Well, I'm sure there's lots of downloads somewhere.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't believe in that. I don't download anything illegally. Unless it's on YouTube. But back to the story. So yeah, he gets out. They run away. Some ghosts start attacking the house. And it's just all kind of melee and hell. And they eventually get back to their bodies. And then Madison, for some reason, believes that this will be a happy ending.
Well, it's
because she's never seen a horror movie before.
Okay.
Especially a horror movie that she knows has 2 sequels.
I was being optimistic, and they let me down.
Damn you, James Wan, you let me down.
Except now I really need to see the second one.
I kind of do too. I watched do you ever watch CinemaSins? It's a thing online where they go through movies and every like sin of the movie they like ding it like it's a count. It's the greatest thing ever. There's 2 every week. They just did one on Insidious 2, and I watched it. I've never seen the movie. I really don't know what the story is, but there's some messed up stuff in that movie, so we should do that eventually.
Oh God.
So okay, let's need to wrap this up. So Mads, recommendation on Insidious? 2 thumbs up?
My head hurts and I'm afraid to go to my car. Yeah.
Okay, that's a 2 thumbs up right there. That is 2 scary boobs way up for Insidious. So yeah, check out Insidious. It's on like Amazon, iTunes, all that crap. If you haven't seen it, Madison's one of the weird ones who hasn't seen it yet. So most people have seen it already, but it was fun. So
I'm behind.
It's fine. We'll catch up. That's what we're doing this for. We're going to catch up. So I guess you want to wrap this up?
But what? How?
Well, we got to wrap this up. We just got to say the end of the show.
Okay, bye.
No.
Wait, what?
All right, that's Scaredy Cast for this week. I'm Jeremy.
Oh, that. Hey, okay, bye. Madison.
Bye, guys. See ya.
It was like there was no more ending.